Hi, I'm Donna, also known as the Glass Florist, and I'm a glass artist preparing for a show in New York next year. Mr. Florist said I should give you guys like my origin story and kind of fill you in on who I am, how I've got here, where I'm going, and everything like that, just in case you don't know who I am, if you've not been following me for a long time, if you're new to the channel. Although I do kind of feel like origin story makes me feel like I'm a bit of a superhero or something. Batman, is that the right one? I guess they've all got an origin story. So I live in the Midlands in England. I live in a tiny little village of about 30 houses, and our house is like 300 years old. It's gorgeous, but it likes to throw spanners in the works quite regularly and leave us with big like house repair bills. So my workshop, which we're currently in, I call it the floristry. It's actually a old sheep shed. So 300 years ago they used to keep sheep in here. It has had many lives since then, but now has been kind of renovated by my wonderful magic man, Rick, who completely saves my life on multiple occasions. He has converted it for me into this just absolute dream space to work in. I'll add in some like kind of B-roll to give you a bit of like behind the scenes of in here. And I got to kind of design it all from scratch. So it's got all the features I need, like my little sliding ladder. I've got like a little, I'd like to say balcony, but that makes it sound far too posh. Storage area up the top earlier this year. If you have been following the Instagram channel, you will see that in May of this year, we had a burst pipe underneath the workshop that was flooding the whole place. It got pretty wrecked, but now it is dry, it doesn't stink, and it's a wonderful place to be. Some people may also already know my husband, Mr. Florist. He helps me with pretty much everything. Anything that's not at the torch, he pretty much takes care of, and he is wonderful at all that side of things. He is a lot more organised than I am, and keeps this show on the road. There's also Mama Florist, who is my wonderful mother-in-law, and she helps me out on a Friday, so she helps pack and dispatch all of your orders, which is a massively time-consuming job, so I am so grateful to have her help on a Friday. And our gossip and chats that we have every Friday. She comes in, makes me a coffee, and we just chat all day long. Normally Andrew can hear us gossiping and laughing from up in the house in the office, and normally shouts at us to crack on. We do get up to mischief. I've been lamp working for just over 10 years, I think it is now. I feel like that's a whole other story. I think I could do like a whole segment of a video on that. So I'm gonna save that for another day, because it is a long story and has had many twists and turns, as you can imagine. The journey here has not been straightforward, but I will definitely fill you in on that another time. So if you have any questions about how I got started or how I found myself here, then feel free to drop them in the comments box, and I will address those when I do that video on how I got started in lamp work. Times and places are all in who you share them with. It's life, and the point is. So it seems like I'm a YouTuber now, and I get sent free samples and products and stuff, which seems a bit wild to me still. But a huge thank you to Coffee Boon, who has sent me this pack of like 3 different types of coffee from 3 different independent roasters from across the UK. So I am really excited to try those. And these would definitely get me through some long afternoons in the workshop sorting this autumn release. Will you spend it with? Joy is who you share it with. Who you share it with. I feel like every time someone comes in our kitchen, I have to explain why I have a calendar of bare bums. If you're not an F1 fan, this is going to seem even more random, but this is Valtteri Bottas, one of the Formula 1 drivers, and he has done a charity calendar that I was given for Christmas called Bot Us 2024, and you get a wonderful photo every month, which I should send around to all of my friends.
Who you share it with? Joy is who you share it with. Who you share it with. Who you share it with.
So that's the autumn collection all wrapped up and in the kilns. They will be firing away overnight, and then I've got the wonderful Ben coming tomorrow to take photographs of them all. It's always really exciting waiting to see the photos come in. He always does such a good job. It won't be long now in terms of when this goes live and when the autumn release goes live. I'm not sure how that will kind of cross over, but it'll all get announced on Instagram, and all the new pieces will be shown on there too. So have a little look over on there if you don't already follow me, and check out the autumn collection.
Out the gate, green light on the go. Nothing but smiles.
So today is the photo shoot for the autumn collection. So I've got Ben coming around in a moment or two to take photos. He has taken the photos for all of the photo shoots I've had so far. I actually met him whilst doing a fair, a wedding fair, to sell my jewellery, which is what I did before I started making glass flowers. I've kind of known him like through the full circle of it all. I met him there, and then he actually was our wedding photographer, and that's what he does kind of most of the time. His photography is wedding photos, and he does such a beautiful job. This autumn shoot today, I left it a bit too late to get all of the props, so we're a little sparse on props this time, but I think I can just about make it work. Got this one which is kind of more Halloween-y. It's kind of tricky getting the mixture between Halloween and autumn, because they're not necessarily one and the same. You know, there's Halloween stuff that you are likely to take down sooner than you would autumn stuff. So I've tried to do a mixture. So I've got two more autumny ones and one more Halloween-y one, and then the single stem, which by a narrow margin, the ghost one. So I did a poll on Instagram as to which Halloween creature you wanted for the single stem this time. There was a witch, a ghost, and a skull. So I am going to go and get the last of my bits together for Ben. Luckily I don't have to worry about this because he mostly just photographs this, so I don't have to worry about what my face looks like because it's not going to be in shot. Otherwise I would have timed it better because I'm having my hair done tomorrow. So the workshop is all packed away now. I've had such a big week, but it's all done and I've been able to kind of put my out of office on and switch off for a little bit. Today I'm going into Cambridge with my friend. We live pretty close to Cambridge, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. I know a lot of my following are American and kind of love the kind of old English Britishness of it. But I'm far too embarrassed to take you on the big camera, so you're just going to have to come along on my phone. So apologies if the quality goes a bit naff. Meeting up with my friend, I don't get to see her all that much, so I'm really excited to see her. She's moving away soon, actually over to America, so I'm trying to like soak up as much time as I can with her before she goes. I met her years and years ago, probably about 10 years ago now. So the schools over here, I don't know if they still do, but they certainly used to do a thing called World Challenge. So it's kind of with a wider organisation rather than with your school specifically, and they go to all different countries and you do different kind of physical and like social growth challenges. Not challenges, well I guess it's World Challenge, but essentially we went to India and we did a load of trekking in the Himalayas, and we also worked at a school, but my school didn't have enough people in it to run the trip. So you needed like a minimum number, but our school just, there weren't enough people that were interested in going. So we were paired up with another school that had the same situation. So I met Elsa whilst we were on World Challenge because she was from the other school, I was from my school, and we kind of met. We saw each other for like one day before we then went away on this like month-long trip with each other, and we've just been super close ever since. There was a long time where we didn't get a chance to see each other, but we do now, and yeah, I'm so excited to spend the day with her today. We're going to do a bit of shopping, go for a bit of lunch, have a little chat and a catch up. She's one of those friends where I feel like I need to go with an agenda because I've got so much that I need to fill her in on and ask her about, that I feel like I need to make notes. And I've also heard through the grapevine that we may or may not be getting spontaneous tattoos today. So we'll see how that goes and I will fill you in. The hike we did in the Himalayas was to this place called Moon Lake. So we've always said that we would get a little moon tattoo together before she goes away. So maybe today's the day. I am going to get all my bits together. The weather in true British September fashion is grey and overcast and miserable. So I need to go and get a jacket. Hope you are having a lovely day. And yeah, I'm off. Next video we are going live, so the event in New York will be being announced on my social media channels. By now everyone will already know about it because I'll have been able to release it, but as we speak it's still top secret, so it feels really weird actually saying the words out loud. As I never do anything by halves, it's going live whilst we're on holiday, which is slightly stressful. Because any kind of last minute changes I've got to manage whilst we're away, but kind of feels really fitting as well as a nice way to kind of celebrate the event going live and like the first video of YouTube going live as well. So getting to celebrate that in Santorini feels kind of super special because like the event is a celebration. I feel like it is just going to be kind of one big party and celebration of you guys and all of your support and encouragement over the last few years, and then like it's also just like a culmination of all of my hard work and everything I've kind of created over the last like decade or so. So celebrating that in Santorini feels really special. So stay tuned for the next video. You will see all of that there, as well as I'm sure lots of shots of me eating ice cream and enjoying the sunshine. Fingers crossed, hopefully the weather's going to be amazing. But thank you for watching this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please like and subscribe, and drop a comment in the box below to let me know what you thought, your favourite bits, any questions, anything like that. And most importantly, let me know if you're going to come to New York, because I'd really love to see you there. And I will address those when I do that video on how I got started in lamp work. Boom!